What's up, people? You checking out the Frequent Flyer, and this is my Nano micro helicopter collection. This one here is the silver-lit Nano Falcon. This was my favorite flyer for a long time. It's the one that started it all for me as far as the Nano micro helicopters. I had loads of fun with that thing. This one here is the Cyma S6. And this one is really nimble. It's a very nimble flyer. It hovers. It flies backwards pretty fast. This thing is just really fun to fly. It's more exciting to me than flying the silver-lit Nano Falcon. Yeah, so that's that. It comes in a case. That's the transmitter back there in the little box. Cyma's well known for their helicopters that are a little larger than this one. They're supposedly the best flyers. I've never flown one before. And I hear that if you have one of those, you can actually use the transmitter from those to fly this one. This one here, this is the LH-1211 mini helicopter, and I recently did a video on this one praising it. Its build quality I was praising. Mainly I just like the rotors. I think the blades are really nicely made, being as though they're retractable, and I just really like the build quality of this helicopter. It has a metal frame. It's just really nice. It flies nice too. Just that LED light. I actually like the LED light on it, but I really haven't figured out a way to toggle this thing on and off, or just turn it off, and it really kills battery life. So I really don't get a lot of flight time with this. And last is this thing here. Now this is a TX helicopter, a TX 9269 to be more exact. This helicopter, when I purchased it, I thought it came with a transmitter, and to my dismay, this thing came with a transmitter that plugs into the iPhone, and you can only control it with an iPhone app. Which I'm not a fan of those things. I really hate those. I had this thing, I had an app on my Android phone to try to fly this thing, and there's a big delay in them. Same thing goes with this. In the iPhone, there's a delay between the controls that you make, so it's really hard to fly them. It's really hard to fly this thing with the iPhone, and on top of that, I don't even own an iPhone. So I really haven't been able to have fun with this thing until now. I just got this guy. Now this is a TX helicopter as well. It's a TX 9059A. Now these two guys are almost identical. They look the same. The only thing is that's different on these guys are the canopy that I can see. And what makes this little guy here so special is the transmitter. I really like this transmitter that came with it. Now this transmitter is very comfortable for me. I like the way it looked. It's unique. To me it looks like the steering wheel of a plane, you know, something that you're about to fly away in. I really like this, the design of this thing. It also has this little thing back here to charge on right from the transmitter. If you were out and about and had to do that, I really don't like to do that. It kills the battery in your transmitter. The trim is right here, like really close. I think that's a perfect spot for your yaw trim to be, for the left and right yaw. You know, because you have your banking left and right here, in forward and backwards flight, and then you have the trim right there. It's easy to get to, as opposed to, you know, having to push some buttons or something like they usually have on the other transmitters. You have to move your hand down to push some buttons to, or turn a dial to adjust this trim. Whereas here, it's just a knob here. You can easily adjust the trim while you're still flying. And here, it's not even, the throttle doesn't have a spring. I hate when they spring load the throttle. It makes it difficult to fly. Not really difficult to fly, but uncomfortable for me to fly. When they have the spring on there, sometimes it'll hurt your thumb from flying it too much if the spring is really strong. I usually end up just modding them or removing them when they come with a spring, but this thing doesn't come with a spring out of the box. It's really comfortable. You can hold it with one hand. I think it's good for pinchers also. And all around, this thing is really nice. This is the high point of this helicopter. But not to mention, this helicopter is a nice flyer with this thing. And as an added bonus, I can also control this thing with this. So I'm really happy about that. Both of these helicopters fly really nice. Their flight characteristics are a little tiny bit different because this one is a little lighter than this one. So they handle a little different, but basically it's the same helicopter. They both have this bright LED on it. You can turn off the lights and it'll look like a flashlight. You can find your way around with these things. And they fly backwards pretty nice. They fly forward. They hover pretty nice. They actually remind me of this helicopter, the build, except for the blades are not as nice as the blades on this one. But these little guys are nice flyers, and as an added bonus, they come with this very nice joystick, or transmitter, should I say. Well, I think maybe we should check these guys out in flight. Okay, this is the indoor flight footage of the TX helicopter. There's actually two of them. We're going to fly this one first, not the iPhone one. You see that bright LED light? Let's get this thing binded to the transmitter. And as you can see, this thing flies pretty hard. I hit the ceiling with it twice, and it's still up. These things are really agile. Let's see if I can get a nice hover with it. See the yaw rate is nice. Enough times crashing this thing into the ceiling, and it'll fall eventually. But I think that was pretty good that it hit that many times and didn't crash. This is forward flight speeds. It's pretty fast, actually. Let me get this thing back over here. Okay. Let me get it away from the... I was afraid to give it throttle. I was thinking the tail was going to hit. Trying to get a nice hover for you guys. This, and also this one, I said the flight characteristics of the two helicopters are different. This one seems to fly more like that red one that I have, the LH-1211 mini helicopter. This thing seems to have me fighting with the throttle to try to find the sweet spot when the battery is fully charged. I can't get it to hover until the battery starts to deplete. So yeah, this guy just a little too hyped right now. Let's get the other one out here. Let's see. Okay, this is the iPhone version. Turn the transmitter off, back on to get it binded. Okay, now it's bound. See, this one, you can get a nice hover from it, from the gate. Let me see. Get it front and center. Wait, looks like I need some trim. Okay, got it trimmed out. This is forward flight. On this one, it's pretty fast also. See if we can get a nice hover from it. This is the yaw rate. Flies backwards. The yaw rate is proportional, so you can get it to turn slow. It actually flies quite nice. Well, I guess that's all there is to show with this helicopter. Not much else I can show you. So let's bring it in. And there she is. The TX helicopter. TX helicopters. Thanks for watching.